Hey guys, and welcome to part 26 of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In the last part we discovered the hidden hideout, which actually deserved its name Hideout because it was actually pretty hidden. I'll give them that. You know, a lot of hideouts in most games you just walk up to the door and you're in. There we go, you found it. You found the super secret place. Well, this actually was. So yeah, the rest of this part is actually going to be me exploring this place and taking on a lot of trainers. So, in terms of actually the trainers here, none of them are that different. None of them are. You're not going to see anything new here, really, which is a bit disappointing. But there's a lot of Team Magma grunts, all of them pretty easy. You won't have much trouble with these grunts because they all have like one Pokemon, maybe two, if they're feeling extra bold and brave. And they're all Pokemon like Numel that we've all seen before. But what makes this place a bit more interesting than most hideouts is that there are Pokemon. Like, you can just run into Pokemon, because obviously this is inside a mountain, inside Mount Chimney, so as you're going around you will actually find Pokemon, and there's 3 different Pokemon that you can see. The first that we've already seen is Torkoal, which we saw in the last part, which is a pretty decent fire type, and I'm actually considering adding it to my squad, but the main thing putting me off is the fact that it doesn't evolve, I don't think, so that kind of puts me off, but still I might add it to my squad. And then the other 2 Pokemon are Geodude and Graveler, because rocks, it's a mountain, rocks, rock Pokemon, it makes sense. Which I won't be adding to my squad for obvious reasons, because I've said this time and time before, but if I have to trade to evolve a Pokemon, I'm not going to catch that Pokemon, so that's just what I think. So let's keep going through this place. This place is pretty cool, there's a few alternate routes you can take. And yeah, here's a new poke. I think we've seen Baltoy before, but in case you haven't, I don't think we've seen Team Magma with any of them, so yeah, that's pretty much the new Pokemon that they have, Baltoy, and you'll be seeing a few of those. I think they're Psychic Rock Pokemon. They're definitely Psychic Pokemon, but I think they're also Rock, so... But again, all these grunts have such low level Pokemon, and what level, your Pokemon should be pretty high level at this point, so... Don't worry too much about using ghost moves on the Psychic type because it's like level 29. Anyone can take it out, no problem. But with this place, it's alright. The main reason why it's not the best hideout and place to explore in the game because A, there are Pokemon about, so you do have to use Super Repels. You're going to see as I go along this place I am using Super Repels because I just can't be doing with it. But also because it's a bit bland, this place. It's inside a mountain, that's cool I guess, but it's there's not much to it. It's not a big maze place, or it's not short as well. Although you can make it as short as you want, if you don't want to explore, if you don't want to find these extras, like in this room. I think it's this room that you don't have to go in at all. There's certain rooms you can just completely skip, and you'll skip items and battles, so... if you just want to straight away get to the end and take it on, you can do that, but I will be showing off most of this place and showing all the kind of stuff you can get. None of them's it's nothing too amazing, so if you do want to skip it, go ahead. So I know I mentioned it in the last part, but Swampert, we now have that Pokemon. Kip has evolved to its final form, and I already mentioned I'm not too crazy about it, but look at the sprite here. Look at this battle sprite behind it. It looks bad. It's just not a cool Pokemon, especially compared to Blastoise, Feraligatr, the other 2 in the other generations. It's so much better than Swampert. It's just kind of a letdown, I think. But I'm not going to go on about it. I bet there's some Swampert fans going mental at the moment. How dare you insult Swampert? It's the best Pokemon. So maybe I should have gone for Trico, I would have quite liked to go for a grass Pokemon, maybe in future LPs I'll pick a grass type, because I do like them. Most starters in all the generations are good, I don't think there's any that are bad, so maybe I'll mix it up, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'll stick with talk about Pokemon Emerald for the moment. So Zubat there, no problem, just send out Marmite, that's easy, that's already done. Yeah, not too much to talk about this place. I do like Team Magma, and I do really like this whole section of the game, but yeah, most of these battles are a bit dull. It's like, oh, here's a Team Magma grunt, it has one Pokemon that's really weak, I'll use one attack, it's dead, and That's it. Maybe they should have added in a bit more of a challenge, but we're actually going to go to another place similar to this afterwards, and that place is a lot better, and you're going to see that the reason they probably put this one first is because it wasn't as good. It was just a bit boring. Yeah, not too much to talk about, I'm afraid. So let's talk about something else. Games. Oh. So yeah, recently I've been playing Sega All-Stars Racing, which is a game you people should check out. You know, it's pretty cool. And also I've been recently considering playing the other Pokemon games in the Pokemon series, because there's the main series, and they're definitely the best part of the Pokemon franchise, but I never really explored the other spin-off games, you know. Because it seems so weird how Nintendo handle this franchise, because clearly people love these Game Boy Advance or handheld 2D versions, but why can't they just make a 3D version and have that be that? Why can't they just make what the fans want? Oh yeah, there's a rare candy there. You don't have to come here at all. I've actually just come all the way back to the beginning, so all this was kind of a waste of time. But yeah, why can't they just do that? Why can't they just have like, okay, we're gonna make a Pokemon RPG, it's gonna be in 3D, but we're gonna combine like sandbox ideas, and it's gonna have like amazing graphics, and it's actually fun. You know, why don't they just do that? Why don't they just make a good game that they know people will enjoy? Instead, we have to put up with Pokemon Stadium, which was a great fun game, but lacking any sort of depth to it. You know, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which, again, a very cool idea that you can, you know, control Pokemon and fight Pokemon, and you can still level up, but the combat's so basic that it's just boring and pretty bland. It's not a bad game, it's just a bit bland, you know? It would have been 10 times better if there was actually combat, actually proper fighting in the game, you know? It just always puzzles me, you know, and then we had Pokemon Colosseum, which doesn't count, it's a step in the right direction, but I don't know why they couldn't just say, yeah, we're just going to make a good Pokemon 3D game. That's an RPG and really fun and looks awesome, but no. But still, the 2D ones are still pretty fun. See, I was worried there about going off on a rant, but look, we're still doing the same stuff. This whole part is just fighting through Team Magma, so... Again, I can just ramble about whatever I want. There's Pokemon Rumble, which I have a 3DS, and I was looking at Super Pokemon Rumble, but again, the combat's so basic. And you know, it's toy Pokemon, not real Pokemon, so it just seems a bit silly, you know, a bit needless. So again, using a Super Repel, I was a bit worried as I was going through this place that I would run out, and I really couldn't be bothered with dealing with like Geodude. Goron, eh? You what? Yeah, they're not too smart, these grunts. They just pretty much tell you about this Pokemon Gordon that Team, you know, Magma love. They can't get enough of that guy. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason why Team Magma are here. But I think we're actually getting close to the end of this place. Yeah, we have this double battle to do, which... Haha, very soon. Grand objective, yeah. You're not getting by me easily. Don't give all the smack talk, alright? You know, you give all the smack talk, and then you send out a Subat. What? No one's impressed. You know, I'm not like a big fighting guy, so I don't go in the streets going, yeah, you suck! Your haircut's lame. I don't go do that. Oh, these are just mouthy people. Because the thing with all the teams in all the games is that they make some sort of sense, they're just stupidly cocky and never really think things through. And for some reason they just can't seem to beat one child. Which I don't blame them, I mean, I'm pretty good, but... Yeah, they always have some sort of motive that... I mean, Team Rocket's motive was money, and then again in the sequel it was money and trying to bring itself back. In these ones they're trying to summon Gordon and then the other Pokemon that I won't spoil. Although they don't specifically say that at the moment. You know, they have some sort of motive, even if they are a bunch of idiots and don't know what's going on. Then Team Galactic, they wanted to blow up the universe to make a new one. Completely stupid. I guess they're the one that has no real motive that makes any sort of sense. Mightyena, thing out of Mightyenas. I don't think any of them had one before. Well, I think the boss guy had one, but none of the grunts have. But again, not that much harder than Poochyena, and I can still take it out. So, at this point in this place, I was getting kind of worried because I have 5 Pokemon and only 2 of them are alive. Now, fighting these grunts, I didn't think I would have any problems because they're grunts. They're so easy. I could just kill them all and be okay. But obviously, when you're in a when you're in a like team hideout, you know there's going to be a big boss character at the end with his big boss Pokemon, and sometimes they can pretty tricky battles. So now I'm actually going to use my Hyper Potions to make sure Kips is okay, because of course I would want Kips fully healed because it's Team Magma, you know, they're fire type, so I would want Kips alive to use his water, you know, surf and all that, water moves. Then I brought Floss back to life because Floss was the least, you know, needs the experience, so I thought I'd better have Floss alive. And then I think that's it. I think I didn't use my last revive, because I thought I'd be okay, you know. And I just got a max revive there, which is very nice. I don't actually use it because max revives, you can't actually buy them in any sort of mart, so I thought I'd better keep it. The blue orb. I brought you the blue orb. So there we go, there's something. I can listen to that dramatic music. Oh no. What happened? Yeah, because they haven't really explained this yet, but pretty much you need these orbs because they're trying to awake the legendary Pokemon, and you need these orbs to do that, but of course the blue orb isn't going to awake the fire type, and so he actually needs the red orb, which Team Aqua currently have. So he tried to summon Gordon and it just didn't work out, and yeah, so now he's annoyed, he's going to attack us, which I don't blame him. So his first Pokemon is Mightyena, level 37, pretty damn high actually. Or higher than I expected. So Floss, luckily he used Raw and sent Floss out, because I was going to have to either let Floss die or send in a decent Pokemon like Kips, because there was no way that he was going to take it out. So using Kips I took out Mightyena, not too much of a problem. Now here's a new Pokemon I haven't seen, Crobat. I can't remember, I think it was new to the 2nd generation, and it's the evolved version of Golbat, and it's a Pokemon that loads of people love, you know. Nobody really cared about Zubat or Golbat in the 1st generation, but once Crobat was introduced, everyone loves Crobat. I think I've before, but again I had no trouble with it, and then I sent out Eric instead of just keeping Kips in, because this is a camera up, so it's fire type, and I needed Kips to be a really high level just in case it didn't take it out in 1, or it didn't attack first. But turns out I didn't actually need to send in Eric, and Kips did take it out in 1, but still Eric was there just as fodder, so I could heal up Kips and make sure I would win. So even with 3 Pokemon I managed to take him out, and one of them was Floss, and oh, thank heavens, Floss is now evolving. Oh, it's been a long time coming, but I finally have. Floss has finally evolved into a good Pokemon. The Pokemon that I hated in the last gym, which is Dragon and Flying type. So yeah, pretty cool. I now have, I think all my Pokemon are... No, not all my Pokemon aren't all fully evolved, but they've all evolved at least once, so that's quite nice, that's pretty cool. And it learns Dragon Breath, which is a really good move. Well, a really good move just to be given, you know, by the game for evolving, so... Yeah, I can now teach it some cool Dragon type moves. There has to be some reason! No, I wasn't saying that. No, I don't know what you think I'm saying, but I didn't say any of that. So yeah, he's gone, and that's actually all we need to do in this place, so I'm going to go up these stairs. I wasn't too sure about time, so I actually stopped in a really weird place, but I've been Honest on 23, and in the next part we will leave Magma Hideout and do something different, so I'll see you then.